Welcome back to Mr. Greenstein's Geometry. We're in Chapter 11, Section 1, and this is Part 2. Let's talk about using the circumference. So the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. And here, so if I was to calculate the circumference of this circle going around here with A and B, I would use this radius here. So that would be 2 pi r. If I had a radius of just 1, so here's 1, and it goes through C and D, then the circumference is exactly 2 pi because r is 1. So this is 2 pi all the way around a circle that has radius 1. We call this special circle the unit circle. Unit meaning 1 unit. So r equals 1. The arc length of the unit circle CD, going from C to D, is going to be the circumference all the way around times the arc angle CD over 360. And if we look, since radius is just 1, then the radius falls out here because it just becomes 1, and we have 2 pi times the arc angle over 360 degrees. So the arc angle of CD on a unit circle is going to be 2 pi times the arc angle over 360. All circles are similar, and we have a theorem that has said that. So their dimensions are proportional. That means that the arc length of AB is going to, over the arc length of CD, is going to be proportional to the radius over 1. We just use a little algebra and we get the arc length of AB is equal to r times the arc length of CD. So then this becomes an important equation. The arc length of AB is equal to the radius of the circle that goes through AB times 2 pi times the arc angle of CD over 360. And the arc angle of CD, if you notice, that arc angle is equal to the arc angle of AB because both of them have the same central angle. Radians is a new construct. So we've been using degrees, but radians is actually the length around the unit circle. So 1 radian is going to be 2 pi. 2 pi. So that's the distance all the way around the unit circle. Therefore, 2 pi radians is going to be 360 degrees. 360 degrees, or 2 pi over 360. Converting from degrees to radians, we can say, well, if I have these many degrees, then I want to get radians. I just multiply by 2 pi over 360. And that converts from degrees to radians. If I want to convert from radians to degrees, I say radians times 360 over 2 pi equals the number of degrees. So I would like you to do a conversion of 45 degrees to radians. You just plug in 45 degrees and you come up with radians. I'll let you do that on your own. The same for part B. Convert 3 pi over 2 radians, so that's 3 over 2 pi. Convert that to degrees using this formula. Finally, calculate the arc length. So you're going to have to go back to the formula for the arc length of a circle. It has a radius of 5 meters and an arc angle of 2 pi over 3 radians. And calculate that. And we will talk about this in the next time that we get together in class.